If they move in, look. Hi, this is Matt from Modern Samurai. Today we're going to have a quick look at some multiple attacker kind of stuff, just a few ways to sort of deal with more than one person. Alright, so we're going to start nice and basic and just do a few little bits and bobs. Okay, so the first premise we need to realise is if we've got more than one aggressor, so these two guys here, they've got 2 arms and 2 legs each, so they're basically double my capacity. Okay, so if I stand directly in front of them with them standing directly in front of me, I've got to deal with those 4 arms. Okay, so the aim of this is basically just to try and change my angle. So I want to keep control of the area as best as, but what I want to try and do is get myself in a position where I don't have to deal with them both at the same time. So if we look at this, guys, okay, so if we just hold the pad up a minute, so we're just using this as a reference. Now at the moment they can both hit me, yeah? So here, look, if I keep my distance here, now I move, now from here, look, what I'm trying to do is stay so that I've got only one person to deal with at any given time, yeah? Okay, so that's the name of this game, alright? It's pretty straightforward, yeah? Right, now, when we're looking at multiple opponents, generally speaking, what you've got to realise is almost certainly some of the people within that group aren't going to be as threatening as others, right? So what I mean by that is if you take like 10 people in a group, right? So just for the sake of picking a number. So if you say 10 people, and you think, oh my God, fighting 10 people, that's a big ask, isn't it? But generally speaking, what you'll find is that out of them 10 people, you'll have really 1, maybe 2 of them that are actually decent fighters, yeah? You'll have another 2 or 3 that will kind of join in if things are going their way, and then the rest of them will either, you know, not want to be involved or get involved if they're distinctly winning, okay? So really speaking, you're only looking at a few of those that are the issue. I mean, and if you start taking out the big guns, they will start falling off. Simple as that. You won't end up fighting 10 of them at that point, because as I said, generally speaking, out of a group of 10, there's only really 1, maybe 2 that can actually fight. The rest of them will either join in or not, depending on how the tide is turning, yeah? Okay, so, you know, those are the ones you really need to deal with, and then once you've dealt with that, generally speaking, the rest will just drop off, okay? So that's kind of one of the easiest ways to look at that, because if you just think about 10 people, then that's quite overwhelming, isn't it? So, you know, break it down like that, it makes it a bit more manageable in your mind. Right, so what we're going to do now is just a very basic 3-person drill where I'm going to be striking multiple opponents as quickly as possible, okay? I'm going to break it down first and have a look at it, and then we'll try and speed that up and add a bit of realism, okay? So what we're doing here, look, is basically if you stand here, okay, Luca, you come and stand here, you come and stand here, that's it. So from this position, look, what we've got is like a little semicircle around us. Now, all I'm going to do here is, again, from my stance here, I'm just going to strike and watch the feet on this. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay? So my movement, look, drop into the first one, step into the second one, come around for the third one. And once we've got the idea of that motion, then we can start looking to build up the speed a little bit, yeah? So boom, boom, drop in, boom, drop in, okay? So here, 1, 2, and 3, okay? Now if you come that little bit closer, if we're in this kind of position here, look, now I don't have to move as much. 1, 2, 3. See? So that's all my feet are doing. Watch the feet. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Let's try that. Okay, right, so I'm going to show this now a little bit more explosive, if you will. The idea with this now is that, you know, I've been put in a position where I have to basically attack first. They've got numbers on me, they're being very aggressive, nothing else to do, okay? I'm trying to control my range, okay? I'm trying to keep that range, okay? It's like, fellas, yeah, I don't need to do this, okay? It's got to the point where I have no choice. Now, from here, just this. Okay, so I'm just looking to strike really quick. So again, look, if I can keep them out, fine. But if they move in, look, okay? Okay, gents, good. Alright, so this time we're just going to use one as a shield here. Again, if I'm in the middle of the pair of them, creates problems for me. So from here, if I can't control that space, that's enough, quick, you stay there, yeah? Stay there. Okay? Simple as that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that premise, but what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to look to use the other person to create an opportunity, yeah? So if we're doing the same thing and I'm like, guys, yeah, just, there's no need, yeah? But if I've got to, it's like, fella, yeah, pack it in, yeah? Now here, watch. Now the thing is with this, is that I'm creating him as a shield, but this is his mate, yeah? Now the thing is, if I drop his mate on the floor, boom, see, boom, you look at his mate. Oh, sorry, Dave, you okay? Yeah,
just I'm sure that.
What happens there is you look at the mate, and that moment, that second...
You do, actually.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. That's it, guys. We're going to try that without hitting each other in the face.
Yeah. Matt, can you explain?
Okay, right, so what we're looking at is a couple of very basic things here. Now, what I'm trying to do is rotate him. So basically the head is like the steering wheel of a car, whereas head goes, the body will follow, okay? So I'm going to look at some ways of doing that. Now, first and foremost, I want to get him down to me, okay? Now, here, there's a number of different ways I can do this. The main one is just literally like to do a sit-up and try and grab around his neck, pull him down. But I've got to be aware of these hands getting punched. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is close those down as I grab him and pull him into me. Now from here I'm going to take my thumb, I'm going to push it into the V of the neck. Here look, control his head, push in, here, boom, there's one way, okay? Here look, I can hook onto his nose. So what I'm doing is putting my thumb underneath his nose, using that to leverage and turn his head. Okay, I can put my finger in his ear, the same thing, leverage and pull him this way. All of these things are forcing the head to move, okay? So these are just some of the options that we can use. If we think about, you know, grappling stuff, BJJ stuff, this is all great. But if he's got more experience and more knowledge than me in that field, I'm going to be a bit knackered. And so these are some of the things that I can hopefully use just to equalise a little bit. So all I'm trying to do is just basically get him off. So control his posture, bring him down, okay? And then use one of these things just to move him. Here look, so here look, boom, move him over. Bam, here. Okay, lovely job, thank you. Okay, now, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to do a basic principle from behind. Now this drill, there's a consequence to this, right? And the consequence is pretty simple. We're on a countdown. Okay? Now, essentially what happens with this is I am going to try to get him off me, but I've got to do it in a time frame, because if we think about outside in the, you know, in like a club environment, something like that, he might have mates. Those mates are not going to stand idly by, you know, while we wrestle. Okay? Even if he doesn't have mates, bystanders will take a pop. He might have a weapon. There's all kinds of reasons why I don't want to be doing this if I can possibly help it, okay? Now, so from this, what we're going to do is we're going to try to get him off as quickly as possible. Now, I'm not going to be looking at sort of grappling or BJJ skills per se, because they're absolutely fantastic and great knowledge to have, but I want to be a bit more abrupt than that if I can. So I'm going to target softer areas. So I just want to shift him. That's all I want to do, okay? So if we're looking at this, then what we're going to do is we're just going to start a countdown, okay? So what I want you to do, Luca, is I want you to count slowly 1 to 10. So 1, 2, 3, okay? If you get to 10, right, and I haven't got him off me, okay, then you basically come in and start kicking me in the head. Okay. Yeah? Okay, do we get the deal? Yeah. Okay, go.
Oh, just in time.
Okay, good, but that's my point, yeah? That's what this, you know, it adds the added pressure on, because I know that there's a countdown. I know that if I don't do something quick,
You're going to get your head kicked.
that's it, you're going to be coming in and you're going to be stamping all over me. Okay guys, let's do it.